Hi everyone, this is Jen from BritMums, and we are here on a hangout with some very important information from some very knowledgeable ladies. We are talking about tips for attending blogging conferences. These are coming from our experience, our collective experience at BritMums Live, but will work for any blogging conference and are just kind of great tips. So we're going to start off, first of all, with Ali Hodge, and she's got some great advice for us. Ali, take it away.
Okay, so my first good advice is to book your early bird tickets. They go quite quickly and then the prices go up, and I think also it's a peace of mind knowing that you've got your ticket and you don't have to wait for too long after the new year. My second tip is to book your room in January, because come June time the prices go up and everybody's panicking, where are you staying and all this lot. And book a double room, because there will be somebody who's forgotten or decides to come at the last minute, and it's good to have somebody to share with. My third tip is to join the Facebook group. You get to know other people, find out where they're coming from, any tips, extra tips that you know about going. My fourth tip is to stalk people and connect. It sounds really weird, but there are plenty of people that in the blogging world that you probably think, do you know what, it'd be nice to meet them, I want to do something with them, collaboration or something. And it's how I've got to do things over the past few years. Well, I know her, I'm going to talk to her, but don't go up to them and sort of not know anything about them. You need to have something to talk about. Okay, arrange to meet up with people. There's a lot of people who have anxiety. I managed to get a lift down the first year I went, and then years after that I meet people on the train. So, arrange to meet somebody at a station, whether it's in London or while you're going down. Okay, extra bits of tech stuff that you need to take with you is things like power packs to go with your phone, because there will be stations where you can charge your phone and wherever you got a Chromebook or a laptop or whatever, but it's handy to have something extra with you, just to take that. And things like Gorilla Pods for filming, that's another good one. And my last one is to take business cards. I've got a photo on mine and I've got space so that when you meet somebody you can write little things on there about them. So if there's somebody you've met and I don't know who she is, walk away and write stuff on them. Any conversations, so when you go back later you think, oh yeah, I know her. She was quite interesting actually. Or not, that kind of thing. And obviously they can write things about you. Yeah, there are my tips. I hope that wasn't too quick.
Yes, great tips, especially this combination of kit and meeting people beforehand. And yeah, it's okay if you exchange business cards with someone you don't know who they are. Just write it down and Google them later. All right, next up we have Helen from Actually Mummy.
I'm just thinking about Ali's tip about the business cards and what I might write down about her on her business card. Anyway, 5 top tips from me. Spend as much time as you can there. And I know it sounds odd, but you can't do BritMums in a short slice. We can, but you'd probably be quite stressed. Honestly, make a weekend of it if you can. It's a really lovely event, and if you can take it at your own pace, so much the better. Number 2, try not to take notes. The first year I went, I came home with sheets and sheets of paper for a to-do list, and I felt so overwhelmed and stressed by it. Nowadays I go, I sit, I listen, I absorb, and the things that are really important to me, they're the ones that stick. 3, join in the linkies beforehand. That really gets your blog out there. It lets you make some connections, helps you, as Ali said, to make some new contacts so that you're not feeling completely new when you first arrive. 4, that business card, or if you don't have a business card, print off your avatar or a picture of your blog header, tiny, so that you can stick it in your lapel badge. That way I lose track of people peering at people's chests to see who they are and trying to read their blog names. If you've got a really strong avatar, just put that in there. People will recognize you instantly. And 5, talk to everyone. people are always saying how they're too scared to talk to people, too embarrassed, too awkward. Everyone feels the same. Just talk to anyone that you fancy talking to. Usually they'll be welcoming to you, and if they're not worth it.
Excellent tips. I love that counterintuitive tip of not taking notes and the benefits of that. Mari, you are a former BritMums blog editor and an old hand at BritMums Live, so as well as other conferences. What are your tips?
Okay, well, Live this year because I shall be living it in a completely different way than I have done before. My first tip, however, is to study the schedule. It's something I've always done. The minute it comes out online, I take a run through I want to go to. I start planning my day around what's the most important things for me. There will be clashes. There will be two that you want to go to at the same time, so you're going to have to whittle it down and find the other one to catch up with later. So that's my first one, is to study the schedule when it comes out. The second one is to factor in some downtime, because BritMums Live can be so hectic. There's so much. There's workshops, there's sessions, there's all sorts. It's really important to factor in some downtime, just for a cup of coffee, or to meet a friend at the drink station, or to go into one of the down and have a quiet moment, which will refill you to carry on. Another tip of mine is find a way of recording the sessions you go to. There's nothing worse, like I've already said, and then afterwards not being able to find out what happened in the other one. So if people start using Periscope or a video camera to record the best part of a workshop or a session, and then put it on your YouTube channel, or you can put it on your blog and send it out there to everybody else who may be interested, plus the fact you have a record of what went on to continually refer to. And would be to take a suitcase with you, and that's not a joke, because brands will be giving stuff away. You get a fantastic goodie bag at the end of the day. You're carrying a lot of stuff with you anyway, cameras, phones, laptops, or you will be exhausted at the end of your BritMums Live. If you can put it all in a suitcase and just trolley it home, trust me, you'll thank me for that one.
All right, and we're thanking you now for those tips. We had a little bit of some issues with the sound, but all these tips will be on a blog post on BritMums blog afterwards, so you won't miss any of them. So Nadine, now our current blog editor, what are your tips?
Oh, my top tips for BritMums Live are, first of all, be open. And when you walk through the door, leave all those brick walls at the door where they belong. Don't go in there thinking, oh, I'm a bit scared. Or I mean, we are all scared. I know Helen touched on that. Everyone's in the same boat, and everybody is really friendly. So go in with a great big smile on your face and go network, because it's so much fun. My next tip is have a few conversation starters already in your mind, because if you are maybe a little bit stumped, lost for words, if you've already pre-prepared just a few things, it could just be as easy as tell me about your blog. And just incidentally, the word tell me about is a great opener, because it encourages people to really get into the swing and talk rather than what's your blog called. So tell me about your blog is a great starter. I always make sure that I'm very organised with everything I'm doing, so I make sure I have my business cards in one pocket, and then I put other people's business cards in another pocket, because that keeps everything nice and organised. But also another thing that I always do, please be comfortable. Wear clothes that first of all you feel happy in and you feel comfortable in and that you're pleased to wear. But layers are a great idea, because it can get really hot in some of those meeting rooms. So I would definitely do that. And also finally, I'd say make a little plan, similar to Mari's tip about checking the schedule, but I also plan who I want to connect with over the course of the conference, and I make a beeline for those people, and I go, hi, I've been dying to see you, and that's a great conversation starter too.
Exactly. It's also good when you have that list of people that you kind of rank them. Like, if there's somebody you've been wanting to meet forever, go find them first, because if you keep thinking, oh, I see them over there, but I'm in the midst of a conversation or I'm getting coffee or whatever, I'll find them later, things get so busy and you may find the opportunity passes. My tips, both as a attendee to other conferences and one of the organizers of BritMums, are I've got 3 quick ones. And one is, go armed with the best opener in the world that I've found, which is, may I join you? You can walk up to any group, you catch the eye of one person, and you don't have to worry about, edging in and trying to laugh when they're laughing or whatever. Just say, may I join you? And 10 times out of 10, they say, yes, of course. What's your name? And you're off and rolling. I would say, we've talked a lot about the sessions, but brands, that especially at BritMums Live, there's some great brands there, and it's good to look at the brands that are going to be there beforehand and, again, target them and think about what you want to talk to them about. And that goes on to my 3rd tip, which is having both an elevator speech, which is 2 lines really about who you are, what your blog is, that you can just repeat over and over, and it encapsulates what you're doing, what you're shooting for. And at the same time, listen. Listen to what brands tell you they want. Listen to what other bloggers are telling you about themselves. You'll get so much out of it just by listening. So those are my tips. And last but certainly not least, we're going on to Susanna, my BritMums co-founder, who has been doing this almost longer than anyone and has loads of ideas. Susanna.
Hi, and yeah, Jen and I started the conference a long time ago, and we got our lots of ideas from going to other conferences. So we've been to lots. I guess my tip is, you could plan, you could look at the schedule, you could, have in your head what you want to talk to somebody, you could have your fears of talking to people, and get over all of that. But I think the big thing is to relax and really be ready for just about anything. I mean, anything could happen. You don't know if someone's going to walk around the corner, it's going to be your next best friend. You don't know. I went to a conference in San Diego a couple of years ago. I met Guy Kawasaki, cornered him, and got him to do a Google Hangout with BritMums. I mean, so you just don't know what opportunity is around the corner, and a place like BritMums Live or BML 16 is definitely where you can make those things happen.
Yes, excellent. So we've got loads of tips here. We will post these on the blog along with this video, but be sure and follow all these ladies here. There'll be links in the post. There are going to be lots more tips and ideas spooling out over the next several months, as well as more about the upcoming conference schedules, speakers, advice. Nadine's got some great things planned on the blog. So keep in touch, hashtag BML16, and we will see you all there. Happy blogging. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.